Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? Hey, how's it going? So, the other day, I showed a print that I was doing, and I tried pouring it. I'll have to show you that mold because it was out in the garage, and the outcome wasn't that great. So I printed up another mold. Check this thing out, okay? Done in PETG. It's an injection mold. However, I'm gonna try and just straight pour it and see what happens. But look at that. That looks pretty damn good, right? I got that friggin' printer printing flawlessly now. Figured out how to print PETG. Had a couple failed molds where like it literally curved up again. Then I realized, okay, I need to get that bed temp hotter. So I looked it up and was like, oh, you print it like ABS. Cool. So I ran an ABS profile. And then I discovered the other problem that was I was using the Ender version. What the hell is that called? The Ender version is called Creality Slicer. I changed over to Cura and used their profile, and this works so much better. Now, this is not stuck together. They got these little hinges. I found this on Thingiverse. It's not my own design. I just found it and I was like, oh, I'll give that a try and see how it works. You can put it in like a finishing nail or a rod or something, and you can lock this thing in place so that it's literally a crack open when you're done. But I don't know, I'm probably not going to bother doing that. I'm probably just going to leave it like this just so I can separate it. Like if I have to, I can just break it apart. I just like the fact that that hinge, all I got to do is put a clamp on the top or something and pinch it together when I pour. Well, that's how I'm going to try and do, is just pour it in, see what happens. But anyway, guys, today a package came in the mail. I've been starting off a lot of videos like that lately, eh? I know. So what I figure is this package is long. I'm still in my pajamas if you're wondering. You're probably not wondering, but I'm letting you know anyway because that's what I do. Let's go ahead and grab the Cabela's pocket knife here and crack this thing open. This should have the new upgraded Bowden tube as well as my fishing rod in it. It has combustibles, fishing rod, and the Bowden tube. Good, good. And it's an actual Creality product. RIP guitar. Anyway, so this is the new upgraded PTFE tube, which is designed to take a lot more heat because that poor Bowden tube I'm using is melting due to this PTFE or PETG printing. So that's awesome. And this is the new rod to replace the old rod because I broke the old rod because, well, I set the hook like I'm freaking... Oh, that's scary. It says right on it, made in China. Oh no, I'm so scared. But this one here is triple carbon fiber, which means I should be able to cast it triple as much before it snaps in half. So let's go ahead and pop this out of the bag. Feels a lot bigger than my... Oh, this is definitely not the same rod I had. Holy piss. Okay, this one feels a little bit bigger by like a lot. Yup, this one here is a lot bigger, boys. A lot bigger. Why would they like cellophane wrap that area? That's not gonna be fun to take off. Okay, that was kind of fun to take off. This strap and this strap off. So pop that off, and they cellophane wrapped the rod end. Lovely. It's like I'm unwrapping a sandwich, except for this sandwich is used for catching fish. Why does that turn? Why is that a thing? Oh, that's the rod seat. Never mind. Okay. Okay, so like somebody really had some fun with the plastic wrap at the shop, that's for sure. Probably was like, stupid Canadian. Good luck unwrapping this rod, not breaking the tip. Joke's on you, fool. I got it. They don't have shopping bags in 90% of our stores anymore, but Amazon's all like, oh yeah, we're just going to use plastic wrap for our plastic wrap while we plastic wrap. Save the environment, one bag at a time, right? They actually wrapped it around the rod and then slammed the rod down on it. That's not cool. Like, see what I mean? They like put the shit on it. I still haven't tried out that other rod yet, the telescopic spinning rod. Geez, do I need my knife for this? Like, what's going on here? Got to get a starting point on this. Or is it? This is ridiculous. Like, it actually causes the rod to not extend because they taped it. Bunch of idiots. Stupid Amazon being stupid. Oh, that doesn't affect anything on the rod. It just looks pretty low budget if I leave it on. Okay. It's like they literally put it on to prevent the eyes from falling off. This should be a 6-foot rod, I think. That doesn't go very far. Does that one come out? Oh, that's supposed to go. Did I already break it? There's an excellent chance I already broke it. So I'm pretty sure these eyes are not supposed to float like this. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is a pretty cheap rod. Because I'm pretty sure that, Jesus, this is not supposed to happen. I could be wrong. Oh no, this is a 7-foot rod. But like for a telescopic rod, it's like you got to manually force all the eyelets in and they're just going to move. But yeah, that's about a 7-foot rod. It's really cheap though. It's really cheaply made. It's supposed to have a bait catcher back here, but it totally broke off. That's quality. All right, well, guess we'll try and fish with this tonight and see if we can break it. See if I can get this plastic wrap off the tip. There we go. Definitely a longer rod than the other one I had. That's for sure. It's got this extra handle on it. That's kind of dope, so you can really just whip it out. But last time I did that, I snapped it in half, so I'll try and be a little bit more delicate with this one here. Delicate like a flower. All right, so we got our rod and we got our PTFE tube. Nice. I don't have no idea how the hell that's going to fit in the ultimate fishing bag. It probably won't. We'll figure it out. Anywho, let's head out to the garage. I'm going to grab that mold that I printed, put it in my pocket. I'm going to put the guard back on the rod here just to prevent it from exploding because I want to be the one who breaks it. Now, I find it funny how this rod is because this rod here was like, I don't know, I got to look it up. It was cheap, so that's why I ordered it to go with the Skivinz casting reel. They're the bait caster. Figured, why not have another one? But I didn't realize it was going to be this long, so guess we'll have to see how she performs later on tonight. But let's go out to the garage because I want to show you the mold that I printed. I was going to make a video yesterday, but I really didn't have much to make a video on, so I was like, meh. So anyway, let's get some light in here because we are going to be pouring baits. Like I said, it's lunch break. This here, I'll sit it over here with the Skivinz reel. We'll load that up. We'll probably give that a rip tonight. Just see how bad it sucks. Or see if we can break it on the first day of owning it. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to heat up some plastisol here. Just going to clean out this cup. So, good enough. Because I want to do, what have we got in here? Let's do half a cup plastisol. The reason being is, yesterday I tried to make molds with remelt. By molds, I mean I used remelt to make the lures. I'm going to show you that mold in a minute to show you exactly what the hell happened to it. It didn't work out. It really didn't work out. I got to re-engineer it because the tail ends on it, they get stuck. I tried worm oil, nothing worked. So you in there for 3 minutes. So yeah, this is the mold that I printed yesterday or the day before. I said it was going to take like 3 weeks to print. Well, you can't go by the time on your printer because it changes so fast. Here's the mold here, and it looks pretty promising, right? Like, it did warp because I didn't have the bed temperature set high enough. So the moment it cooled, it pulled away from the bed. But there is a flat spot, and it does sit comfortably down. You can pour into it. But the problem is I don't know if you can see that, but in the tail, there's a lot of shit in there. And it's literally all hot plastic. Now, I know if I redo this template with my new printing settings, I'll get way better results. But last night I grabbed the minnows that I did print, and by print I mean that you know what, if I clear this out right now, because I had a lot of hot plastisol in there and it melted a lot of the shit that I was trying to clear out of it yesterday. No, see, it's hard to see, but the layers didn't quite adhere in there, so there's gaps. So the plastisol fills it, makes it this is garbage. However, this one here, I'm going to try by using a small clamp that I don't have around here because I use them all for over here. Just to pinch the top shut. I'm gonna take this, do one of these, just to hold it shut, and hope that, you know, I'm gonna have to do the same on the bottom to give it a base, because she will not stand up on her own free will. So if I just do one of those on the bottom, so I'll set it up like that once this plastisol is done cooking, and then we're gonna try and just hand pour one and see what happens. I found a decent injector online. I'm gonna be ordering it up soon, not anytime soon, but soon. Like, I was gonna remelt this and use it, but I want silver minnows. And I was showing Logan last night, I'm like, I don't even know I'm fishing with my own shit. I went to Canadian Tire and got some swim baits. He's like, ooh, what'd you get? So I showed him and he's like, oh, I'd love to have some of those. Oh man, those are sweet. Like, and it was the rippled ones. Apparently they're pretty juicy. Ah, piss, that's hot. Well, I just nuked it, of course it's hot. Get this out of there. I want to do like a silver. Just gotta stir this up. 3 minutes and we're pretty much already there. It's pretty decent. Let me see what the temperature that it says it is. 348, yeah. That's freaking right on. So I'm gonna add a little bit of silver, not too much, just a couple drops. See how that does. Okay, that didn't do dick. Add a little bit more silver, shake it up a bit. I don't want it to be like last time I used silver where I added too much and it did exactly what it's doing now. Whatever, the fish will have interesting patterns. But I do want to throw a bunch of flake in there. And I'm thinking silver with green flake. I'm thinking we open the other side and get some real green flake in there. Okay, that's a lot, but it's gonna be extra flaky. All right, what's my temperature for pouring? 325, good enough, good stuff. Let's get some light on the situation here so you guys can see too. Still wanna put this thing on a Google switch. There we go, let there be light. So what I'm going to do is turn this so I can hold this with my hand. We're just going to pour it right down the hole. And that is not going to work, my friends. Okay, I'm going to nuke this for a bit more so it gets a little bit more liquid consistency. It started to go in, but then it just stopped at the sprue, so let's just get that shit out of there. But it didn't melt the plastic, the mold at all, so that's pretty cool. Didn't even warp it. Nice. All right, let's see what this is like. Pretty much want it like to be like a watery mess. Get all the shit out from underneath here. Yeah, that's a little better. Like I said, this is probably not going to work, and I'm going to end up having to wait till the injector comes in, like till I get my injector. Or I just go all in and hog out that hole. I could just do that, take a drill bit and just hog it out. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so like I said, this here mold didn't take me long to print. So if we want to modify it right now, we're going to modify it right now. Just going to wait for it to cool because it's freaking hot. I also want to try pouring one of these again. Just curious, after hogging out that one hole, what's going to happen? We'll just see what happens there. Hey, Chippy. Notice how every chipmunk's name is Chippy? You ever pay attention to that? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Oh, it actually did fill. Oh, shit. I would have waited a little bit longer. That would have worked. Okay, one time. Let's just go ahead and get this sloppy mess into here. Ouch. Got hot plastisol stuck to my hands. Don't try this at home. Well, no, definitely try this at home, but just don't do it what I'm doing. Okay, where's that butter knife? Come here. I was gonna hog it out, but maybe I don't need to. Maybe I don't need to. All right, let's go ahead and reconnect this. Let's nuke this for another 30-ish seconds. This one's still cooling. We'll let that do its thing. Worst part is like swim bait season's almost over. We're gonna be moving into like Senko season for bass because the walleyes won't be up close until the fall because the bass are gonna be so busy, or the walleyes are gonna be so busy eating shads. Oh, I should have taken that lip off. Oh well, I'll pour around it. Good enough, good stuff. Let's try this again without hogging out the hole. I'm just gonna hold the mold. Hopefully I don't overspill and burn myself. All right, just gonna clamp that at the top just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. At the bottom, just to give it some support, that it can stand up on its own free will. Cool. Like I said, I found this model on Thingiverse, printed it in PETG. He used ABS, but honestly, whatever. Are you cold yet? You shrunk. Great. Whatever. Let's see if we can get this mold out. See, that's the problem I'm having is the tail gets stuck in there, right? And you don't want to rip it out, but you end up tearing the tail off. And like, that's not, well, that might flippy flap. I'd give that a go. So I need to either reprint this one or do something with it because there's a lot of debris down in there that's just getting hung up on shit. And that's a major malfunction. You know, like you can see that it's delaminated here. I might reprint this one with the new printer settings and just see what happens. But as for this mold here, it's pretty much poubelle. Poubelle, garbage, toss it. But you know what? I'm going to chuck him in the water. I'm going to bring that one out too tonight because we're definitely going fishing tonight. I've mentioned multiple times the fishing videos don't get that good of views, but I enjoy it. So that's why I'm going. Figure while we're out here, let's go ahead and get the Sue Galing reel on the Sue Galing rod. Oh yeah, why'd that happen? I wish I had the camera on that because this thing just exploded. But going to go ahead and take this off. Like I said, this here will not fit in the ultimate. Well, I might be able to make it fit in the ultimate fishing bag. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell this is for. Like, is this what you run through all the guides? Bet you that's exactly what that's for. Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, let's unravel this. Too bad this reel won't be staying on here long. I have zero faith in this rod, guys. Like even less faith than I had in the previous rod. This rod here, no faith. Faith no more, if you will. If you guys can hear my stomach growling, I apologize. The eyes on this thing are so weird. Like I swear, oh, I'm all wrapped up on the reel. I swear this one here, it does. This eyelet here sits higher than this eyelet here. Like, how did they caulk that over so bad? What a horrible freaking design, guys. Like, Sue Galing, pull up, bud. I guarantee you this thing's gonna be a piece of shit to fish with because the way it's designed with these floating eyes. Like every other telescopic rod I had never had this type of technology added to it. And I call it technology like it's advanced. But guys, sometimes primitive technology is still classified as technology. You know, like fire. But fire is useful. This rod, not so much. So have you ever wondered what the definition of insanity is? You're currently witnessing it, because I'm using another piece of shit rod in an attempt to basically make the ultimate fishing bag the ultimate fishing bag. But to be fair, I did also buy a rod and reel that was made in America, and it exploded too. So whatever. We'll bring that piece of shit with us and we'll chuck something on it. You know what? I'm just dropping everything today. I know exactly what's going on it. No, I don't. All right, let's go ahead and demold this thing and see if it turned out or not. I'm really interested. So the clamp didn't cause it to warp, and it separates. Cool. That actually looks pretty damn juicy. Get rid of that sprue. That actually looks pretty dang juicy, boys. It's got a little bit of denting on it, but I don't think the fish will mind. But I send that out on a hook, and we're probably going to catch a fish. I'm going to pour another one. What time is it? I'm going to try and pour another one. I'll just bring a few of them with me tonight. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour another one, and I'll check back in after work. All right, guys? Peace. All right, guys, I wasn't expecting this. It's actually really nice out right now. This afternoon she was pretty doom and gloom, and now she's pretty beaut out, so I say we send it. I got one of these stupid things tied on. I'm gonna take him off, and we're gonna go ahead and stab on one of the new baits. Now, I did pour some more after I shut off the camera, and then I poured some more at 4 o'clock just because I wanted to. We have some swim baits here. I'm probably going to send out one. Actually, I'm going to send out this guy first. But I made some black ones too, just in case, because I wasn't sure what the weather was going to be like. When I got off at 4, it was still overcast. And I was like, oh, I should probably make some really dark ones. Would you frig off, mosquito? I should probably make some really dark ones. And then this overcast cleared and it's sunny out. And I'm like, I'm glad I made some really dark ones, because this might contrast well in the water. So let's get this hook to pop through the center at least. There we go. We're doing it. So there we go. We got ourselves a jig and a swimmer. Can't tell how well it swims because I can't see underwater with all these waves. And these glasses are not the best. Let's send them out there. Also, guys, if I catch a walleye, I have no way of measuring it because I was stupid and I left my freaking measuring tape at home. So I'd like to, yesterday, the whole goal of the video that I made and deleted, so that's one of the things, is yesterday I found yesterday's video was super boring when I edited it. I'm like, I don't feel like editing this. This is super boring. So I just deleted the contents and then decided to make another one today. And that's what we're doing right now. But yesterday, the whole idea was a mold to pour, to catch, to clean, to cook. And I didn't catch anything, so I had nothing to clean. And like I said, I found the video super boring, so like just watching it, I was like, man, this is stupid. And if you don't like your own video, how do you expect others to like it, right? Once again, whole lake they can be fishing, a whole freaking lake, and where are they? Right in front of the point. Like, what a dickhead move from a boater. Can't remember if we've already made these swim baits official. I don't think we did. I'm just trying to see it in the water to see if it actually flippy flaps. Let me borrow this little pool here. Oh yeah, she's got good flippy flappy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but well, it displays good action. That's a good sign. Friggin' Waylon left his box for his braid here. That's nice. We're gonna come down here, I guess, send it out. I'm just scanning the area, but this might be too bright of a color for them to see underwater. I don't know. I should be able to smell it though. I got enough garlic sauce on it. Christ, I think I could double up as a pizza. Another thing I forgot was the new Skivinz rod. I said I was going to give it a try, and I guess I can't because I forgot it at home. Ain't going to do me any good there, that's for sure. So there's only 2 fish I'm going to keep tonight, bass and pike. I really don't want to get a pike though. I hate cleaning them. They're disgusting. Friggin' snotty little disgusting things. But if that's what I got to do to make this officially mold, pour, catch, clean, cook, then I'll risk it for a biscuit and make it so. I think we should go with something a little bit more visible in this water, maybe a black. I can't remember if I made this one official yet. I think I did. Yeah, we did on a bass. So I know this mold works. I just gotta get better at pouring it. And the craw mold worked too. I caught a bass on that. I think I also caught a pike with this one. You know what? I'm gonna take high vis here. We're gonna come down here. I'm gonna take this super bright one off. Oh, what did I go and do now? Holy crap. I shouldn't be allowed to fish. Oh, we caught something. We caught the ultimate fishing bag. Down. Take this off. I wanna see how that new mold looks in the water. We'll go over to the little live well thingamajig over there and we'll throw one of the new guys in. Let's see what we got for new guys here. Not him. I want one of the black ones. Where are the black ones? There he is. Of course, it's way too big of a jig for this. Should be putting a lighter head jig on it, but whatever. I never once proclaimed to know what I'm doing. All right, let's see what this guy looks like out there. All right, we're tangled at the ass end here. There we go. Oh, that looks great in the water. That has good action. You can even feel it in the rod. Okay, all right. Do I need to adjust or are we good? We are good. Turn up that brake a bit. Oh man, I had one. Something followed me back to the bank. And there's proof. The thing that followed me back to the bank was garbage. I almost caught somebody's trash, boys. Totally aiming at the ground. You guys didn't even see the bite reaction. But this bait thumps. I might take that mold and make it 125%. Make a bigger version of this thing. I know a fish will eat this. It looks really good in the water. Maybe not with that glowing green head, but other than that, it looks really good in the water. The only reason why a fish hasn't eaten it yet, because they probably can't see it. It's stirred up, kind of murky. So I don't have anything with chartreuse, like literally, I don't even have that color. I need to order it. Because if I had chartreuse, I'm telling you right now, I would have made a bunch of chartreuse. Just to have that weapon in my inventory. See, I based my color schemes off of what it was doing today. I didn't realize it was going to get this. It was all overcast this afternoon, dreary and gloomy. If I would have known, I would have made some white ones. I asked Google what the weather was going to be, and she told me it's going to be cloudy. So I was like, all right, let's make some cloud baits. We'll go black and gray. Now look at it out here. It's a freaking beauty day in the bay. Okay, let's go see if we can spot any bedding bass. I know that's cheating, but hashtag a fish is a fish. And if I catch a bedding bass, I'm eating it. It's not going back. Unless it's like a squirt, then it can go back. But if it's like a fair size, yeah, those eggs are becoming somebody else's meal. Why? Because who cares? Okay, I won't do that. Tempted though. I was gonna go on the wall, but I realized there's somebody already over there. And I don't feel like walking by anybody. Ugh! I just took on water. You can really see it in the water ripping around, so. There are fishies all around this point. Just lately, not so much. Like right now, if I were to tie on a spoon, I'd probably do better damage. Do myself a solid here. I'm gonna try tying on a fluorocarbon leader. Reason being is I question if, even if there isn't fish out there, I question if they can see the line and that spooks them. This braid does have that problem, right? It's not exactly transparent. These scissors on this Berkeley multi-tool are garb. 12-pound fluoro on 10-pound braid. I think that's a good good combo. If any of you guys out there more experienced, let me know. I know one guy was tying on like 80-pound fluoro on 50-pound braid, and I'm like, really? Why so crazy, bud? But, hey man, to each their own, I guess. All right, so we got a good, what, 6 feet here? No, we got a good 4 feet. Should be more than enough. Where the hell did the end of my line go? All right, so the way I learned to do this was off of, YouTube. Basically wrap your fluoro up so it hoops, and then you take your braid, You pass it through once. If you can hang on to it, which I can't because I have the hands of a freaking klutz. Try it again. So you make a hoop, then you run your braid through the hoop, pull some through, and then you make a pinch and start wrapping it around. Now there's probably better ways of doing this, but this is the way that I learned. And you want to make sure that your hoops are all not overlaying like mine are about to be. If you're wondering if I've done this before, the answer is no. Well, yes, at home, but I was using 20-pound mono and this braid, and the end result was pretty cool. And once you have that all said and done, you come through one more time, grab it, and pull. And that will cinch it all together as one unifying knot. Then you just grab your ends, pull, she's tight, clip off your tag ends. Congratulations, you just set up yourself a nice little eyelid passing leader. Now I'm just waiting for the comments for the follow the leader jokes. I don't know what it is, man, with these multi-tools, but I've only ever had one with a decent pair of scissors. And I had to pay a lot of money for it. There we go. That should hold. If not, well, I'm out of jig. And my only black minnow. Okay, I have no idea how I cocked that over, but I did. Alright, let's try and cast this thing out. You can tell when the knot comes back in through the eye hole. You can feel it. It's almost 7 o'clock. Holy shit. See guys, that's one thing about fishing that you don't realize is you come out here and you start fishing and time just flies. Like I remember one time I spent 13 hours down at Calendar Dock fishing. I only ever caught 2 fish that day. But that 13 hours felt like 15 minutes. I think I'm dragging weeds. Oh, it's official. My new swim bait can mow the lawn. You're wondering why this... I might have to retie this. I screwed that up somehow. It's just not cinching down. I should cut that tag end off. You know what? I'm going to retie this. Because I did something wrong on the retie. I can freaking tie off a leader, but I can't tie off a freaking lure. There, that's on there. Right, cut off that tag end and we'll send her back out. Oh, I wish I had a boat. Yeah, so the other night when the M&RF showed up here, apparently Rex was driving by when he saw them pull in. Kind of shocked he didn't message me and be like, hey bro, M&R's on the way. But I wasn't doing anything illegal, so I don't really care. Just gotta show them my card, make sure they know I'm legit. Alright guys, I'm gonna switch up the color again. I'm gonna see how a different color of this works. Or maybe I'll put on one of the big black ones. Because that might be pretty good too. Probably work great, but man, I'm not catching fish. The other guy here's not catching fish. Nobody's freaking catching fish. Just as I switch it out. This one I already had on. Where did that one go that I poured? Not that. I poured one and it looked like it was going to have like amazing action. I'm going to throw this one on. Honestly guys, for tonight, I probably could have just put my fanny pack on and came out here and did this. I gotta remember that I own a fanny pack for this exact reason. Put it on, throw some jigs in there, pack of baits, grab the rod and go, and then I don't have a bag to babysit. Alright, so this one here in the pond, just flippy flaps. But he's a larger bait, so maybe, just maybe, he might entice a larger bite. Let's hope. Well, there's that overcast. That one unified cloud blocking out the sun. You guys didn't see shit. Oh my God. There's that overcast. One unified cloud blocking out the sun. I need better camera work. First backlash of the night. Well deserving. Did I lose anything? The one day I backlashed and everything just came apart. Actually, I think that's what broke the rod. That cheap Sugaling. I know the action on this thing is friggin' phenomenal. I just don't understand why the fish won't eat it. Maybe there's no fish out there today. Because it looks great underwater. Well, I figured out why there's no fish. You see this brown shit? That's what happens when shad larvae hatch. Right now, the fish are probably just feasting on larvae and they don't care about bait. Fishing season starts too late. It needs to start the first week of May. Like last year, it started May 14th, which was pimp. Because we had a good 2.5 weeks of solid, awesome walleye action. Then it got super hot, and then they turned off. I'm almost ready to throw one of my Senkos on and send it out and see what happens. If I can entice a bass bite with that. Maybe fast-moving baits aren't the way. I'm going to sit down this rod and we're going to see how that new telescopic works, because I haven't tried that thing out yet. But keep in mind, I really do suck when it comes to casting a spinning rod. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going to jam this in this hole here for now, and we'll come over here, grab this setup if it'll let me. I have a feeling that this setup here is going to be a bit of a joke. And by that I mean it's going to break and explode despite the reviews on Amazon. Now that I found out that there are people paying for reviews on Amazon. Do you know that you can do that? You can pay people to give you a good review and make sure your product sounds like it's really decent so you sell more. Say sack of that fish. That's so floppy. Alright. Let's run some line through it, I guess. Now this rod's probably made of the same Chinesium that the other one was. I really don't see it holding up. But you know what? Who knows? This is the reason why I bought an ugly stick, because I keep buying these cheap Chinese rods and snapping them. I also buy expensive American rods and snap them too. But to be fair, so far this year, Logan snapped a rod, but he wasn't holding it when it happened. Waylon snapped the rod. He was holding it when it happened, and theoretically he was holding the rod when it happened. When Logan snapped the rod, Logan was doing this funny thing where he had a fly rod, but he put a spinning reel on it, and he was going to try and cast it like a fly rod, I think. I don't know. I don't know what his intentions was. For a kid who doesn't make YouTube videos, he's got a lot of creative ideas for making good YouTube videos. Putting a spinning reel on a fly rod, that's pretty funny right there. All right, we need a jig. So I don't need a leader for this one, but I definitely do need a jig head. So let's go with something, we'll go with one of these. I have a silver paddle tail on that one. I'm going to put a black one on this one. So we got 12-pound monofilament and trilene green. Where's Bobby said this is the color you want. He told me that last year when I ordered it. Totally had the intentions on putting it on one of my spinning rods, but never got around to it.
Now, what the heck am I going to put on that? Do we fish with our own or do we fish with something else? Well, let's try something else just to see if there's anything out there. Where the hell did those... Yeah, let's put one of these on. These power baits by Berkeley. Let's see if there's no fish or if it's just my shitty ability to create lures. I'm willing to bet it's my shitty ability to create lures. Yeah, these look pretty decent. They don't have any smell. I don't know what the heck this enhanced flavor thing means, but whatever. Alright, where's the top? There's the top. So I want to put you through like this. I almost stepped on that. That could have sucked. Alright. Well, we already have a first problem. We don't have a handle on this reel. I'm gonna have to print me a new handle for it. Heaven forbid we actually catch a fish with this, because this is literally how I'm reeling. Because the handle broke off. Once again, boys, high quality quantum. Oh, the anti-reverse is even off. Whoops. I wonder why I use bait casters. Sounds like it wants to fly, but I don't know if I still have the friggin' I'm gonna have to look on 3D printing and see if I can print myself off a new handle. Let me tell you, this method of reeling, not too fun. Kinda sore on the digis. Can't believe it's a plastic reel too. It's funny, some people can't fish a bait caster, and they always say, oh, spinning reels are better for beginners. Are they really? So I have to go digging through my truck and see if it broke off in there, or unless it broke off down here somehow. Oh, I have no idea where that's going. I didn't even see it hit the water. I have no idea how people can be accurate with these stupid things. I'm honestly thinking for my second rod in the bag, I'm going to put that spin cast in it. Oh, that's going over there now. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with this thing. It's just, this is not good. Such a clean break too. Oh, I have a boat. I better come super close to shore. I can cast further with the bait caster. And everybody's like, oh, spinning rods, they can cast further than bait casters. Oh yeah? Teach me how to spinning rod, bud. Taking this minnow off though, it's going on the bait caster. It's freaking raining out. It's starting to rain. Beauty. Google lied to me. She said it wasn't gonna rain. Totally raining. Lovely. See, we got a rainbow over there again. Can you see that? There's one last night too. Oh, it's almost a double rainbow. What does that mean? If it gets too bad, I may have to put the camera down, because right now this thing is not waterproof in its current state. Because I got the media mod on it. Mind you, this water might stir things up a little bit. This rain, I mean. It's so weird that it's like you can really see that rainbow now. Oh yeah, here it comes. Now it's coming down nice. Get a little bit wet, no big deal. I just realized I'm wearing a white shirt. This might be somewhat a big deal. Hey, look on the bright side, I'm not out in a boat. But Google totally lied to me, so that's kind of nice. Mind you, this sure does look like the juice. Okay. Just gonna leave my shit over here out of the rain. I'm going back. Mind you, this water definitely makes the rocks really, really deadly. Really deadly. So weird, it's like super sunny out, pissing rain. Weatherman got it right, I guess. Google didn't. Just a little worried about how slippery it's going to be down here, because is that all you got? Is that all you're going to give me? A little bit of piss. Soaked, but I was going to go over there and snipe the wall from that guy and go bang out some bass, but it'll be nice. All of that is going to blow over, and look at it. Can you guys even see it? You can see the rain right there. All that's going to blow over us. We're going to get soaked again. The wind literally changed direction from southwest to northeast. And I just saw a shad fly. Great. So I might as well just quit fishing now and we'll pick it up next May. Now, once the bass are done spawning there, I'll be able to pick them off with Senkos. Yeah, there's a shad fly right there. Frig sakes, eh? I remember back in the day they used to start in July. It'd be like 1 week into July and the shad flies would start. There's like 3 of them right there, just hanging out. I wonder why fishing sucks. Bass aren't interested because they're spawning, and walleye aren't in yet because they're out there gorging on freaking shad fly guts. I don't know, guys. This almost seems kind of pointless. I think, seeing how the weekend is here, my next video, we're going to try something a little different. We're not going to go fishing. We're going to, like I said, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to skip on the fishing. Trying to kill the shad fly. I got one. Not a fish, I got a shad fly. Balls. Yeah, we're gonna skip on fishing and maybe we'll start doing some yard work. I'll have to go to Walmart or Canadian Tire or Home Depot or something. Find a really long extension cord because the one I was using last year kind of caught fire. I was trying to thaw out those pipes. So I'll have to go pick up a bigger extension cord and then we'll, you know, I'm throwing away that gas mower. I could always use that gas mower and sacrifice it to the task. Only reason why I say bender is because, Jesus Murphy, that thing just doesn't stop. Like you guys remember a couple of years ago, I was picking it up and dropping it on freaking thistle bushes and all sorts of crazy shit. And she just took it, mulched them down into nothing. So I figured take bender, put them on a good extension cord, and if it hits rocks and stuff, who cares, man? I got that piece of shit for free. Literally, got it because a shed fell on it and it stopped working. Fixed the wiring, fixed the command center, and got it back up and running. I wish I had some top water, but I don't even think there's fish out there. But there sure are a lot of shad flies, which is really upsetting. I think I might call it, guys. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. Yeah. I'm heading home. What's that wall? Is it? No, he's back on the wall. Fuck. All right, I'm getting out of here. See you at home. Oh, hey guys, it's like 2 o'clock in the friggin' morning. I kind of pounded a bunch of beers and I'm pretty hammered right now, so whatever. But, yeah, got home from failed fishing. Friggin' got into some beers. Nikki called, chatted with her for a bit. Forgot I was filming a YouTube video because, well, that happened. Here we are now. So after discovering that my swim baits work really, really freaking good, like they look really good in the water, they paddle tail, they swim, and that small one out of the new mold swims epically. Like you can feel the vibrations in the rod. So if you can see the tip dancing, that means it's doing some damage in the water. Problem is shad flies have started prematurely. Son of a bitch. Hopefully they end prematurely too, because that would be juice. So here's the problem with fishing right now. Because shad flies have started, that means walleye have no reason to come up shallow to bang out bait fish because they got a buffet out in the deep. They got shad fly larvae to eat. So they're gonna snack on that and gorge on that. Bass right now are not active because they're in spawn mode, so they're sitting on beds. You can pull them off of beds, but it's kind of rude to keep them when you do that. I was just joking tonight when I was like, oh, I'm going to keep one to eat it, because I wouldn't do that. I'd feel bad and put him back in the water. You know, as long as I didn't gut hook him and wreck his life. But I realize that fishing right now is going to suck. Guess we're going to take a hiatus on the fishing videos, which a lot of you are probably happy about. But there's something else I want to do. I talked about this. I mentioned about needing a new extension cord because this cord here that I brought in the winter to thaw out my pipes, I kind of melted it, but then I got to thinking, I'm like, well, the wire itself is good.
just this end is fried. So maybe instead of buying a new cable, I'll just buy a new end for it, wire it up, and call it a freaking day. So tomorrow, there's some things I want to do. Number one, the end over on the far end of the lawn is like brutal. There's like 7 feet tall dandelions. Okay, I'm over exaggerating, just deal with it. And there's other debris over there that I want to deal with as well. So we're going to deal with that tomorrow. We're going to get Bender going. We're going to get out there. We're going to smash some freaking weeds. The reason why I'm using Bender is it doesn't stall under load. It just friggin' goes. It's ridiculous. I don't understand those electric lawnmowers, but let me tell you, the ones you plug in have way more torque than the battery operated and the gas powered. Unless that gas powered has one hell of an engine on. So my battle plan here is pretty simple. Gonna get a super long extension cord, get Bender out there, and we're gonna smash down some dandelions. Another thing I wanna do is get that tiller working. We're gonna till the soil once we get the dandelions down to the ground, all right? So that's all gonna happen tomorrow. We're gonna try and get the tiller going. We're gonna get Bender going, gonna do some damage. I do have the gasser still, and it's in rough shape. It's got a bent shaft. She vibrates a lot when it runs, hence why I bought a new mower this year. And the reason why I went with the electric versus gas is simple. It was going to cost me $4.99 for a new gas mower or $4.28 for the electric battery one. I do want another battery for the battery one, which does bring the price up to $600. But the battery one, you don't have to do oil changes. You don't have to worry about filling it up with gasoline. You literally slap a battery in it, let her rip, tater chip. So tomorrow we'll play that rototiller, see if we can get that going. And we will play with the, with Bender. Probably we're gonna have to take a trip to Canadian Tire to buy a new head. I think Canadian Tire sells them. But a new, I guess we'll call it the female end of a extension cable. So we can rebuild that thing in there to be a single prong instead of a multi-prong. And then we'll go ahead and do the same with some carb cleaner, because we kind of used all of ours to kill insects. And then we'll see about getting that rototiller up and running as well. I'm going to run Bender first. That's my primary thing. Get Bender going, clean up that area as much as possible, get it as short as possible so that when we bring the tiller in there, I've never rototilled in my life. I might have to YouTube how to rototill properly because I don't know what the hell I'm freaking doing, and that's okay. But we'll get that going. We'll tear up the lawn in that section, get it all tilled up, and see what happens after that. Maybe we can pull up some roots and chop them up too. That'd be pretty sweet. I don't know if I need to sharpen the blades on a rototiller, if that just does it on its own. I really don't know. As for fishing, yes, the spinning rod broke. I don't know when it broke. I don't know how it broke. All I know is when I went to use it tonight, half the handle was missing. The important part, the part you grip. Don't know when that happened, if it happened in the truck, if it happened at the point. But once again, Quantum failing me big time. Not going to buy Quantum products anymore. Going to boycott them going forward. And going to aim towards better quality products. I should have bought a Shimano reel. They had them on at Walmart for $22. And guess what? They're full metal, not plastic. Anyway, guys, I'm going to shut her down here. It's already 2:30. I want to get to bed. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I know she was a long one. I know she was quite the doozy to watch, but it is what it is. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. Like I said, I'm going to pump the brakes on the fishing for a bit. Wait for the bass to get back out there. Maybe we'll go hammer some bass with some, Senkos or whatever. And take it from there. Another thing I want to do is I got my cot. I got my cot mattress. Still haven't tested that out. I'm going to test that on a later video. Probably going to sleep on it one night in the computer room just to see what it feels like. Should be pretty dope. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, live it to win it and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.